Dear student, good morning. Today we take the topic classification of crystalline solid. So crystalline solid divided into four following types. The first one is molecular solid. Second types of crystalline solids are ionic solid. Third one is metallic solid. And fourth one is covalent or network solid. So we take the first type of crystalline solid, molecular solid. They are these are crystalline substances in which the constituent particle are molecules, and these are subdivided into three groups. First subcategory is non-polar molecular solid. Second subcategory is known as polar molecular solid, and third subcategory is known as hydrogen bonded molecular solid. So first one is non-polar molecular solid, in which constituent particle are atoms like those of noble gases or non-polar molecules, example solid helium, solid argon, solid hydrogen, solid carbon dioxide or solid iodine, etc. So they consider as a non-polar molecular solid. In these atoms or molecules are held by weak dispersion forces or known as London forces. So they have some characteristic. The first one, they are generally soft. Second one, low melting point, usually liquid or gaseous state at room temperature and pressure. Means at a normal condition, they generally have gas or liquid. For example, noble gases, hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide gas. In a room temperature, they are gas. Student, third characteristics is the non-polar molecular solid are non-conductor of electricity due to consist of neutral molecule in solid as well as in dissolved state. So all the non-polar molecule solid are showing the non-conductive electricity because they have no any conduct to the electrons. In a case of noble gases, the outermost are fully completed fill, so they have no conduct the electricity. Fourth is volatile. They have low enthalpies of vaporization because of weak intermolecular forces. So due to weak intermolecular forces, in a very small temperature they melt. And helium is 4 Kelvin temperature, they are melt if we convert into the solid form. Student, second type of polar molecular solid. These comprise of molecules of substances formed by polar covalent bond. Example, solid hydrogen chloride, solid sulfur dioxide, solid ammonia, etc. These solids are held together by relatively stronger dipole-dipole forces. So comparison then, first one, non-polar, they have some characteristics. First one, soft and non-conductive electricity, it's a similarity. Second, low melting and boiling points but higher than non-polar solids. Most of these are gases, liquids at room temperature. It means polar molecular solids have higher melting point and boiling point than non-polar. Third characteristic, higher enthalpy of vaporization than those of non-polar molecular solids. Means the forces between dipole-dipole forces, so they require the great enthalpy to melt. So higher enthalpy of evaporation are found in a polar molecular solid. Student, third category is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. The molecules of such solid contain bonds between hydrogen and them. Example, solid water, ice. These solids contain hydrogen bonds between hydrogen and highly electronegative elements, for example, fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen. And characteristics are generally volatile liquids or soft solids under room temperature and normal conditions. Means they have volatile condition, means due to take some enthalpy they have converted into the vapor form. The second characteristics, they are non-conductor of electricity because they have no any electrons. Third one, melting point and boiling points are generally higher than polar and non-polar molecular solids. So in a category of a molecular solid, they have highest melting point and boiling point. The second type of solids are crystalline solids are ionic solid. These are crystalline solid consist of negatively and positively charged ions arrange strong coulombic or electrostatic force. Example, sodium chloride, potassium nitrate, sodium sulfate, etc. So ionic solids have two different types of charged particles. First one is a positive charge ion and second one is a negative charge ion. So cation and anion. The characteristics, ionic solids very hard and brittle, means if we put by a hammer, so they are brittle condition, they are not take a finely powdered condition, they are brittle. Second one, very high melting points, means they require more enthalpy. Third one, poor conductor of electricity in solid state, therefore insulators, because ions are not free to move in fixed geometry, but in a molten state or when dissolved in water known as aqueous solution, they conduct electricity because ions free to move become. It means in a solid state they are insulator, but in a dissolved state, aqueous condition, or a if we take the some molten state, so they conduct electricity, they pass the electrons. Fourth one, high enthalpies of vaporization, means they require the great temperature for converting to the vapor comparison than a molecular solid. And fifth one, ionic crystal soluble in water, also in other polar solvents. These they are insoluble or very slightly soluble in non-polar solvent. For example, benzene, carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide. Slightly means very tough, not easy. And ionic crystal require a polar solvent just like a water. So they have two different charge of entities, so they are soluble. The third big category of crystalline solid known as metallic solid. In this type of crystalline solid, constituent particles are positive ions called kernels immersed in a sea of mobile electrons. Each metal atom contributes one or more electron toward the sea of mobile of electrons. They are free mobile electrons are responsible for high electrical and thermal conductivities. For example, nickel, copper, alloy. The forces present between the metal ions are known as metallic bonds. In a display you have seen each atom contribute the participate electrons. So a very big chain known sea of electrons, and the kernel means positive charge atom are found in this place. So characteristics of metallic solids are they may be hard as brittle. Second one, good conductor of heat and electricity. Third one, metallic luster and color in certain cases. Means they have show some different type of distinguished color. Malleable and ductile means if we put by a hammer, so they have a thin layer known as malleable, and ductile means if we give the temperature, so a thin wire we can get. Fifth one, moderate enthalpy of fusion means they have not great and not lower enthalpies of fusion, not a molecular solids very low enthalpy and not a great enthalpy of fusion are required. Student, fourth type is a crystalline solid known as covalent or network solid. In this type of crystalline solid, the constituent particle are atoms which are linked together by a continuous system of covalent bond throughout the crystal. These networks form a giant three-dimensional molecules. Example, diamond and graphite. These are allotropes of carbon. Another one, silicon carbide, SiC, quartz, SiO2, and boron nitride, Bn, etc. They are showing a huge network. So we also say they are network solid or a covalent solid because they form the covalent bond between them. Characteristics of a covalent solid, they are hard. Second, extremely high melting points and may even decompose before melting. Means if we give the high temperature, so they are not melt, they on decompose, means vaporize. And third one, poor conductor of electricity except graphite. Graphite are a good conductor of electricity, but all the covalent or network solids are poor conductor of electricity or insulator. And fourth one, high enthalpies of fusion, means they require the very great temperature to melt. Student, for your learning purpose, a shortcut for classification of crystalline solid are shown your display. So you make a perfect note and you can study. Most of the question in board exam are also asked for the theoretical reason, distinguish between the type of solid. So student, thank you very much.